Hey guys, Jim over at Yooper Survival's going with us on our Manistee River trip this summer. Both of them, the June one and the August one. He wanted me to do a VR showing the gear that I take. So here you go, Jim. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Alright, so let's start out what I carry on me when I'm kayaking, camping. And I carry a ribs pack. And I don't know if you're familiar with these ribs pack, but these are very nice. A lot of space, you can carry a lot of stuff in there. So pretty much all of this stuff goes in my ribs pack, and this is the stuff that I have on me. I'll carry my Sawyer with me. That will go in one section of the ribs pack. On the other side, I normally have my tackle box, and I already told you some of the stuff I carry in my tackle box. I always carry the magical Wyndham Woodcraft match container. Some sunscreen and some bug repellent. That is a must. Especially the sunscreen. If you're out there all day in that sun, you're gonna wish that you had it. Around my neck, all I carry is this little CRKT Minimalist. I carry a bug net, and it's not bad all the time, but once in a while you'll get into some deer flies, and this is very nice to have. On my pack, I'll carry a whistle. This is just a safety thing. I'll clip this onto my pack, and a lot of times we'll get spread out between each other, and if something was to happen, a whistle is a lot more effective than yelling, because everybody's yelling, so they're not going to mistake a whistle. I carry my Leatherman Skeletool, and then in one portion of the pack I'll carry my fire kit. And fire kit's very basic, very simple. I got some jute twine, some cotton balls and wax, some fat wood, ferro rod and striker, and normally keep a mini Bic in here. There's not one, so I'm gonna have to put one in there. And then, pretty much that takes up the other side of the ribs pack. I do have a tourniquet that I take, but it's my first aid kit. And I'll normally put this in just to help protect it, put it in a Ziploc baggie when I put it in there to protect it from the water. And then last is my schmog. And normally what I do is I just wind it up like this, and I tie it around my waist like a belt. And the schmog is nice because it's like my towel. I can dry off stuff with it. I can soak up water in the bottom of the kayak. It's like my towel. And then, you know, you wring it out and hang it up, and it dries real fast. So the food and cook system that I have is I just have this foldable cooler. I keep all my food in here. I keep it in Ziploc baggies, and I suggest the Ziploc brand just because they're tougher and less chance of the cheap generic ones breaking. I don't know what I'm using. I'll have a cook pot. I could use an alcohol stove or my pocket rocket with a canister, but all this stuff will fit in there. I could put my pocket rocket up in this first one, or extra alcohol bottles for my stuff, my windscreen and stand and everything in my pot. And then in here I will just put my I'll do day by day, maybe do dinners in a Ziploc bag, breakfasts, coffee, whatever, and I'll put in here, and it gives a lot of room for extra stuff. But with your setup, Jim, you got a setup like yours, what I suggested would be keep your cook system and your food in a separate dry bag. That way, if you want to cook something along the way, lunch or something down the river, you can just pull out that bag. You'll have all your stuff right there. It's not like you got to go digging through everything. So I would keep your food and your cook system and just in one dry bag. That way you know. So here's where the bulk of everything comes in for me. I have a sit on top and a cargo spot in the back, not like separate little storage areas. But if you have the kayak that has a storage area, smaller dry sacks, several smaller dry sacks work out a lot better. But what I just use is I use a backpack, I put a trash can liner in it, and then put my stuff in it. And one thing I forgot to say with the cook system and everything, if you're going with your wife, a girlfriend, you guys are sharing stuff, you guys only need one cook pot, one first aid kit, split the tent material up between you guys' stuff so it equals out. Maybe one take the tent poles and the rain fly and the other person take the tent and stakes and everything. So let's get my gear laid out and see everything that I take. So here's the bulk of my gear in my pack. My sleep system, my tarp, my Nature Calls tarp, guidelines and stakes, Grand Trunk hammock, my one Tigress underquilt, and then a lot of times all I use is this Black Diamond down throw. Sometimes I'll throw in a military whoopee. But if you're tent camping, of course you're going to have your tent, your air mattress, sleeping bag, or if you use a military whoopee and a down throw is just like some blankets, maybe that will pack down better for you. I'm not sure. On the outside of my pack, I always strap my rain poncho, and also on the outside of my kayak, normally on my food bag in front, I'll strap my Lucy light where it can charge all day. Then I have my dry bag here, and this is everything in the pack is in a trash bag liner, so it's protected, but I double protect the electronics with another dry bag. In there I just keep a this is just a utility kit, repair kit. I got tenacious tape, needle thread, stuff like that to repair something if I need to. Some extra batteries and charging cables. I just carry a headlamp and then a Anchor power bank to charge my camera and my phone. And I have my toiletries, which is just some wet wipes, and them normally go just somewhere on the outside of the pack or somewhere easy that I can access it. It feels like I'm missing something here. Got my sleeping system, poncho, electronics, butt wipes. What am I missing? And very last is this Walmart chair. I took this last year, but quite honestly, the years before this, I just used my boat cushion to sit on. It's a lot easier, and I found that I'd set up this chair and everybody else was sitting in it, and I'd end up walking around or just sitting on the boat cushion. So it's up to you if you want to tote something like this around. These are like 15 bucks at Walmart, and they'll handle a lot more weight than what's rated on them. Also, I don't have here is I carry 2 smart water bottles, one for my dirty water, one for my clean water. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Camera equipment, whether you want to take extra batteries. Oh yeah, a dry box. I do carry a dry box, and I tie it onto my kayak where I can put my camera in and my cigarettes and my phone. You can pick also you can pick them up at Walmart, and I just tie a piece of paracord onto the side so I don't lose it. I hope this helped you out, bud. A few other things, maybe a saw, axe. A lot of other people bring stuff like that, so that's not a big deal. But I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but this is basically what I take, how I pack it. Of course, you're gonna have to pack yours a little bit different with dry bags. So, can't wait to see you on the river. Till the next time,